This is a reading of the Holy Qur'an as translated by Maulana Muhammad Ali and read by Tisa Muhammad. This is a 30-day reading of the Holy Qur'an broken down into 30 parts. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Part 27, Surah 51, Al-Dhariyat, the Scatterers, Section 2, Ayah 31. He said, "What is your errand, O messengers?" They said, "We have been sent to a guilty people that we may send upon them stones of clay, marked from thy Lord for the prodigal." Then we brought forth such believers as were there, and we found there but a single house of Muslims, and we left therein a sign for those who fear the painful chastisement. And in Moses, when we sent him to Pharaoh with clear authority, but he turned away on account of his might and said, "An enchanter or a madman." So we seized him and his host and hurled them into the sea, and he was blamable. And in Ad, when we sent upon them the destructive wind, it spared not that it came against, but it made it like ashes. And in Thamud, when it was said to them, "Enjoy yourselves for a while," but they revolted against the commandment of their Lord, so the punishment overtook them while they saw. And they were unable to rise up, nor could they defend themselves. And the people of Noah before, surely they were transgressing people. Surah 51, Al-Dhariyat, the Scatterers, Section 3, Judgment is Sure, Ayah 47. And the heaven, we raised it high with power, and we are makers of the vast extent. And the earth, we have spread it out. How well we prepared it. And of everything we have created peers that you may be mindful. So flee to Allah. Surely I am a plain warner to you from him. And do not set up with Allah another God. Surely I am a plain warner to you from him. Thus there came not a messenger to those before them, but they said, "An enchanter or a madman." Have they charged each other with this? Nay, they are an inordinate people. So turn away from them, for thou art not to blame. And remind, for reminding profits the believers. And I have not created the jinn and the men except that they should serve me. I desire no sustenance from them, nor do I desire that they should feed me. Surely Allah is the bestower of sustenance, the Lord of power, the strong. Surely the lot of the wrongdoers is as was the lot of their companions. So let them not ask me to hasten on. Woe, then, to those who disbelieve because of that day of theirs, which they are promised. Surah 52, Al-Tur, the Mountain, Section 1, Success of the Faithful. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the mountain, and a book written on unfolded vellum, and the frequented house, and the elevated canopy, and the swollen sea. The chastisement of thy Lord will surely come to pass. There is none to avert it. On the day when the heaven will be in a state of commotion, and the mountains will pass away, fleeing, woe on that day to the deniers, who amuse themselves by vain talk, the day when they are driven to hell fire with violence. This is the fire which you gave the lie to. Is it magic, or do you not see? Burn in it, then bear it patiently, or bear it not. It is the same to you. You are requited only for what you did. The dutiful will be surely in gardens and bliss, rejoicing because of what their Lord has given them, and their Lord saved them from the chastisement of the burning fire. Eat and drink with pleasure for what you did, reclining on thrones set in lines, and we shall join them to pure, beautiful ones. And those who believe and whose offspring follow them in faith, we unite with them their offspring, and we shall deprive them of naught of their work. Every man is pledged for what he does. And we shall aid them with fruit and flesh as they desire. They pass therein from one to another a cup, wherein is neither vanity nor sin, and round them go boys of theirs, as if they were hidden pearls. And they will advance to each other, questioning, saying, "Surely we feared before on account of our families, but Allah has been gracious to us, and he has saved us from the chastisement of the hot wind. Surely we called upon him before. Surely he is the benign, the merciful. Surah 52, Al-Tur, the mountain, section 2. Opponents are doomed. Ayah 29. So remind, for by the grace of thy Lord thou art no soothsayer nor madman. Or say they, a poet. We wait for him the evil accidents of time. Say, wait. I too wait along with you. Or, do their understandings bid them this? Or, are they an inordinate people? Or say they, he has forged it? Nay, they have no faith. Then let them bring a saying like it, if they are truthful. Or, were they created without a creative agency? Or, are they the creators? Or, did they create the heavens and the earth? Nay, they are sure of nothing. Or, have they the treasures of thy Lord with them? Or, have they absolute authority? Or, have they the means by which they listen? Then let their listener bring a clear authority. Or, has he daughters, and you have sons? Or askest thou a reward from them, or so that they are overburdened by a debt? Or possess they the unseen, so they write it down? Or do they intend a plot? But those who disbelieve will be the ensnared ones in the plot. Or have they a God other than Allah? Glory be to Allah from what they set up with him. And if they were to see a portion of the heaven coming down, they would say, piled up clouds? Leave them then, till they meet that day of theirs, wherein they are smitten with punishment, the day when their struggle will avail them not, nor will they be helped. And surely for those who do wrong, there is a chastisement besides that, but most of them know not. And wait patiently for the judgment of thy Lord, for surely thou art before our eyes, and celebrate the praise of thy Lord when thou risest, and in the night. Give him glory too, and at the setting of the stars. Surah 53, Al-Najm, the star. Section 1. Eminence to be attained by the Prophet. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the star when it sets. Your companion errs not, nor does he deviate, nor does he speak out of desire. It is not but revelation that is revealed. One mighty in power has taught him, the Lord of strength, so he attained to perfection, and he is in the highest part of the horizon. Then he drew nearer yet, so he was the measure of 2 bows, or closer still. So he revealed to his servant what he revealed. The heart was not untrue in seeing what he saw. Do you then dispute with him as to what he saw? And certainly he saw him in another descent. At the farthest lote tree, near it is the garden of abode. When that which covered the lote tree, the eye turned not aside, nor did it exceed the limit. Certainly he saw of the greatest signs of his Lord. Have you then considered Lat and Uzzah, and another, the third, Manat? Are the males for you, and for him the females? This indeed is an unjust division. They are naught but names which you have named, you and your fathers. Allah has set no authority for them. They follow but conjecture and what their souls desire, and certainly the guidance has come to them from their Lord. Or shall man have what he wishes? But for Allah is the hereafter and the former life. Surah 53, Al-Najm, the star, section 2. Nothing avails against truth, ayah 26. And how many angels are in the heavens whose intercession avails not except after Allah gives permission to whom he pleases and chooses? Surely those who believe not in the hereafter name the angels with female names, and they have no knowledge of it. They follow but conjecture, and surely conjecture avails not against truth. So shun him who turns his back upon his reminder and desires nothing but this world's life. That is their goal of knowledge. Surely thy Lord knows best him who strays from his path, and he knows best him who goes aright. And Allah's is whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, that he may reward those who do evil for that which they do, and reward those who do good with goodness. those who avoid the great sins and the indecencies, but the passing idea. Surely thy Lord is liberal in forgiving. He knows best when he brings you forth from the earth, and when you are embryos in the wombs of your mothers. So ascribe not purity to yourselves. He knows him best who guards against evil. Surah 53, Al-Najm, the Star, Section 3, Allah's power manifested in destruction of falsehood, Ayah 33. Seest thou him who turns back and gives a little, then withholds? Has he the knowledge of the unseen, so that he can see? Or has he not been informed of what is in the scriptures of Moses and of Abraham, who fulfilled commandments? That no bearer of a burden bears another's burden, and that man can have nothing but what he strives for, and that his striving will soon be seen. Then he will be rewarded for it with the fullest reward, and that to thy Lord is the goal, and that he it is who makes men laugh and makes them weep, and that he it is who causes death and gives life, and that he creates pairs, the male and the female, from the small life germ when it is adapted, and that he has ordained the second bringing forth, and that he it is who gives wealth and contentment, and that he is the Lord of Sirius, and that he destroyed the first Ad and Thamud, so he spared not, and the people of Noah before. Surely they were most iniquitous and inordinate. And the overthrown cities he hurled down, so there covered them that which covered. Which then of thy Lord's benefits wilt thou dispute? This is a warner of the warners of old. The near event draws nigh. There is none besides Allah to remove it. Wonder you then at this announcement? And do you laugh and not weep while you sport? So bow down in prostration before Allah and serve him. This is an ayah of prostration. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Surah 54, Al-Qamar, the Moon, Section 1, Judgment to overtake opponents. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The hour drew nigh, and the moon was rent asunder. And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, Strong enchantment! And they deny and follow their low desires, and every affair is settled. And certainly narratives have come to them which should deter. Consummate wisdom, but warnings avail not. So turn away from them. On the day when the inviter invites them to a hard task, their eyes cast down, they will go forth from their graves as if they were scattered locusts, hastening to the inviter. The disbelievers will say, This is a hard day. Before them, the people of Noah rejected. They rejected our servant and called him mad, and he was driven away. So he called upon his Lord. I am overcome, so do thou help. Then we opened the gates of heaven with water pouring down, and made water to flow forth in the land in springs. So the water gathered together according to a measure already ordained. And we bore him on that which was made of planks and nails, floating on before our eyes, a reward for him who was denied. And certainly we left it as a sign, but is there any that will mind? How terrible was then my chastisement and my warning? And certainly we have made the Qur'an easy to remember, but is there anyone who will mind? I denied. So how terrible was my chastisement and my warning? Surely we sent on them a furious wind in a day of bitter luck, tearing men away as if they were the trunks of palm trees torn up. How terrible was then my chastisement and my warning? And certainly we have made the Qur'an easy to remember, but is there any one who will mind? Surah 54, Al-Qamar, the Moon, Section 2, Thamud and Lot's people, Ayah 23. Thamud rejected the warning. So they said, What? a single mortal from among us? Shall we follow him? We shall then be in sure error and distress. Has the reminder been sent to him from among us? Nay, he is an insolent liar. Tomorrow they will know who is the liar, the insolent one. Surely we are going to send the she-camel as a trial for them. So watch them and have patience, and inform them that the water is shared between them. Every share of the water shall be attended. But they called their companion, so he took a sword and hamstrung her. How terrible was then my chastisement and my warning! Surely we sent upon them a single cry, so they were like the dry fragments of trees, which the maker of an enclosure collects, and certainly we have made the Qur'an easy to remember. But is there any one who will mind? The people of Lot treated the warning as a lie. Surely we sent upon them a stone storm. Except Lot's followers, we saved them a little before daybreak, a favor from us. Thus do we reward him who gives thanks. And certainly he warned them of our violent seizure, but they disputed the warning. And certainly they endeavored to turn him from his guests, but we blinded their eyes. So taste my chastisement and my warning, and certainly a lasting chastisement overtook them in the morning. So taste my chastisement and my warning, and certainly we have made the Qur'an easy to remember. But is there any one who will mind? Surah 54, Al-Qamar, the Moon, Section 3, Pharaoh and the Prophet's Opponents, Ayah 41. And certainly the warning came to Pharaoh's people. They rejected all our signs, so we overtook them with the seizing of the mighty, the powerful. Are your disbelievers better than these, or have you an immunity in the scriptures? Or they say, we are a host allied together to help each other. Soon shall the hosts be routed, and they will show their backs. Nay, the hour is their promised time, and the hour is most grievous and bitter. Surely the guilty are in error and distress. On the day when they are dragged into the fire, upon their faces, taste the touch of hell. Surely we have created everything according to a measure, and our command is but once, as the twinkling of an eye. And certainly we destroyed your fellows, but is there any one who will mind? And everything they do is in the writings, and everything small and great is written down. Surely the dutiful will be among gardens and rivers, in the seat of truth, with a most powerful king. Surah 55, Al-Rahman, the Beneficent, Section 1. Divine Beneficence. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The Beneficent taught the Qur'an. He created man, taught him expression. The sun and the moon follow a reckoning, and the herbs and the trees adore him. And the heaven, he raised it high, and he set up the measure, that you may not exceed the measure. And keep up the balance with equity, nor fall short in the measure. And the earth, he has set it for his creatures. Therein is fruit and palms, having sheathed clusters, and the grain with its husk and fragrance. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? He created man from dry clay like earthen vessels, and he created the jinn of a flame of fire. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Lord of the two easts and Lord of the two wests, which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? He has made the two seas to flow freely. They meet. Between them is a barrier which they cannot pass. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? There come forth from them both pearls large and small. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? And his are the ships reared aloft in the sea like mountains. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Surah 55, Ar-Rahman, the Beneficent. Section 2, judgment of the guilty. Ayah 26. Every one on it passes away, and there endures forever the person of thy Lord, the Lord of glory and honor. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? All those in the heavens and the earth ask of him. Every moment he is in a state of glory. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Soon shall we apply ourselves to you, O you two armies. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? O assembly of jinn and men, if you are able to pass through the regions of the heavens and the earth, then pass through. You cannot pass through, but with authority. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? The flames of fire and sparks of brass will be sent upon you, then you will not be able to defend yourselves. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? So when the heaven is rent asunder, so it becomes red like red hide. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? So on that day neither man nor jinni will be asked about his sin. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? The guilty will be known by their marks, so they shall be seized by the forelocks and the feet. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? This is the hell which the guilty deny. Round about shall they go between it and hot boiling water. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Surah 55, Al-Rahman, the Beneficent. Section 3, Reward of the Righteous. Ayah 46. And for him who fears to stand before his Lord are two gardens. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Full of varieties. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are two fountains flowing. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are pears of every fruit. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Reclining on beds, whose inner coverings are of silk brocade, and the fruits of the two gardens are within reach. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are those restraining their glances, whom no man nor jinni has touched before them. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? As though they were rubies and pearls. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Is the reward of goodness aught but goodness? Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? And besides those are two other gardens. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Inclining to blackness. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are two springs gushing forth. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are fruits and palms and pomegranates. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are goodly, beautiful ones. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Pure ones confined to pavilions. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Before them man has not touched them, nor jinni. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Reclining on green cushions and beautiful carpets. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Blessed be the name of thy Lord, the Lord of glory and honor. Surah 56. Al-Waqiyah, the event. Section 1. 3 classes of men. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. When the event comes to pass, there is no belying its coming to pass, abasing some, exalting others, when the earth is shaken with a severe shaking, and the mountains are crumbled to pieces, so they are as scattered dust. And you are 3 swords. So those on the right hand, how happy are those on the right hand? And those on the left, how wretched are those on the left? And the foremost are the foremost. These are drawn nigh to Allah in gardens of bliss, a multitude from among the first, and a few from among those of later times, on thrones, in wrought, reclining on them, facing each other, Round about them will go youths, never altering in age, with goblets and ewers and a cup of pure drink. They are not affected with headache thereby, nor are they intoxicated, and fruits that they choose, and flesh of fowl that they desire, and pure, beautiful ones, like to hidden pearls, a reward for what they did. They hear therein no vain or sinful talk, but only the saying, peace, peace. And those on the right hand, how happy are those on the right hand, amid thornless lote trees and clustered banana trees, and extensive shade and water gushing, and abundant fruit, neither intercepted nor forbidden, and exalted couches. Surely we have created them a new creation, so we have made them virgins, loving, equals in age, for those on the right hand, a multitude from among the first, and a multitude from among those of later times. Surah 56, Al-Waqiyah, the event, Section 2, the guilty, Ayah 41. And those on the left hand, how wretched are those on the left hand, in hot wind and boiling water, and shadow of black smoke, neither cool nor refreshing. Surely they lived before that in ease. And they persisted in the great violation, and they used to say, when we die and become dust and bones, shall we then indeed be raised? Or our fathers of yore? Say, the ancients and those of later times will surely be gathered together for the appointed hour of a known day. Then shall you, O you who err and deny, eat of the tree of Zakum, and fill your bellies with it. Then drink after it of boiling water, and drink as drinks the thirsty camel. This is their entertainment on the day of requital. We have created you. Why do you not then accept? See you that which you emit? Is it you that create, or are we the creators? We have ordained death among you, and we are not to be overcome, that we may change your state and make you grow into what you know not. And certainly you know the first growth. Why do you not then mind? See you what you sow? Is it you that cause it to grow, or are we the causer of growth? If we please, we would make it chaff. Then would you lament, surely we are burdened with debt. Nay, we are deprived. See you the water which you drink? Do you bring it down from the clouds, or are we the bringer? If we please, we could make it saltish. Why give you not thanks? See you the fire which you kindle? Is it you that produce the trees for it, or are we the producer? We have made it a reminder and an advantage for the wayfarers of the desert. So glorify the name of thy Lord, the incomparably great. Surah 56, Al-Waqiyah, the event, Section 3, Judgment is inevitable. Ayah 75. But nay, I swear by revelation of portions of the Qur'an, and it is a great oath indeed if you knew. Surely it is a bounteous Qur'an in a book that is protected, which none touches save the purified ones, a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Is it this announcement that you disdain, and make your denial your means of subsistence? Why is it not then that when it comes up to the throat, and you at that time look on, and we are nearer to it than you, but you see not? Why then, if you are not held under authority, do you not send it back, if you are truthful? Then, if he is one of those drawn nigh to Allah, then happiness and bounty and a garden of bliss, and if he is one of those on the right hand, then peace to thee from those on the right hand. And if he is one of the rejectors, the erring ones, he has an entertainment of boiling water and burning in hell. Surely this is a certain truth. So glorify the name of thy Lord, the incomparably great. Surah 57, Al-Hadid, Iron, Section 1, Establishment of the Kingdom of God. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Whatever is in the heavens and the earth declares the glory of Allah, and He is the mighty, the wise. His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He gives life and causes death, and He is possessor of power over all things. He is the first and the last, and the manifest and the hidden, and He is knower of all things. He it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods, and He is established on the throne of power. He knows that which goes down into the earth, and that which comes forth out of it, and that which comes down from heaven, and that which goes up to it. And He is with you wherever you are, and Allah is seer of what you do. His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah are all affairs returned. He causes the night to pass into the day, and causes the day to pass into the night. And He is knower of what is in the hearts. Believe in Allah and His messenger, and spend of that whereof He has made you heirs. So those of you who believe and spend, for them is a great reward. And what reason have you that you believe not in Allah, and the messenger invites you to believe in your Lord, and He has indeed accepted your covenant, if you are believers? He it is who sends down clear messages to His servant, that He may bring you forth from darkness into light. And surely Allah is kind, merciful to you. And what reason have you that you spend not in Allah's way? And Allah's is the inheritance of the heavens and the earth. Those of you who spent before the victory and fought are not on a level with others. They are greater in rank than those who spent and fought afterwards. And Allah has promised good to all, and Allah is aware of what you do. Surah 57, Al-Hadid, Iron, Section 2, Light and Life given by the Prophet, Ayah 11. Who is he that will offer to Allah a good gift, so He will double it for him, and he will have a generous reward? On that day thou wilt see the faithful men and the faithful woman, their light gleaming before them and on their right hand. Good news for you this day. Gardens wherein rivers flow to abide therein. That is the grand achievement. On the day when the hypocrites, men and women, will say to those who believe, "Wait for us, that we may borrow from your light," it will be said, "Turn back and seek a light." Then a wall with a door in it will be raised between them. Within it shall be mercy, and outside of it chastisement. They will cry out to them, "Were we not with you?" They will say, "Yea, but you caused yourselves to fall into temptation, and you waited and doubted, and vain desires deceived you, till the threatened punishment of Allah came, and the arch deceiver deceived you about Allah. So this day no ransom will be accepted from you, nor from those who disbelieved. Your abode is the fire. It is your patron, and evil is the resort. Has not the time yet come for the believers that their hearts should be humble for the remembrance of Allah and the truth that is revealed, and that they should not be like those who were given the book before? But time was prolonged for them, so their hearts hardened, and most of them are transgressors. Know that Allah gives life to the earth after its death. Indeed, we have made the signs clear for you, that you may understand. The men who give in charity, and the women who give in charity, and set apart for Allah a goodly portion, it will be doubled for them, and theirs is a generous reward. And those who believe in Allah and His messengers, they are the truthful and the faithful ones with their Lord. They have their reward and their light. And those who disbelieve and reject our messages, they are the inmates of hell. Surah 57, Al-Hadid, Iron, Section 3, Truth shall be established, Ayah 20. Know that this world's life is only sport and play and gaiety and boasting among yourselves and a vying in the multiplication of wealth and children. It is as rain, whose causing the vegetation to grow pleases the husbandman. Then it withers away, so that thou seest it turning yellow. Then it becomes chaff. And in the hereafter is a severe chastisement, and also forgiveness from Allah and His pleasure. And this world's life is naught but a source of vanity. Vie one with another for forgiveness from your Lord, and a garden, the extensiveness of which is as the extensiveness of the heaven and the earth. It is prepared for those who believe in Allah and His messengers. That is the grace of Allah. He gives it to whom He pleases, and Allah is the Lord of mighty grace. No disaster befalls in the earth or in yourselves, but it is in a book before we bring it into existence. Surely that is easy to Allah, so that you grieve not for what has escaped you, nor exult in that which He has given you. And Allah loves not any arrogant boaster, such as are niggardly and enjoin niggardliness on men. And whoever turns back, then surely Allah is the self-sufficient, the praised. Certainly, we sent our messengers with clear arguments and sent down with them the book and the measure that men may conduct themselves with equity. And we sent down iron, wherein is great violence and advantages to men, and that Allah may know who helps him and his messengers unseen. Surely Allah is strong, mighty. Surah 57, Al-Hadid, Iron, Section 4, Double Reward for Believers, Ayah 26. And certainly we sent Noah and Abraham, and we gave prophethood and the book to their offspring. So among them is he who goes aright, but most of them are transgressors. Then we made our messengers to follow in their footsteps, and we made Jesus, son of Mary, to follow, and we gave him the gospel, and we put compassion and mercy in the hearts of those who followed him. And as for monkery, they innovated it. We did not prescribe it to them, only to seek Allah's pleasure. But they did not observe it with its due observance. So we gave those of them who believed their reward, but most of them are transgressors. O you who believe, keep your duty to Allah and believe in his messenger. He will give you 2 portions of his mercy and give you a light in which you shall walk and forgive you, and Allah is forgiving, merciful, that the people of the book may know that they control not of the grace of Allah, and that grace is in Allah's hand. He gives it to whom he pleases, and Allah is the Lord of mighty grace. This is the conclusion of Part 27, Juz 27, of the Holy Qur'an.